Hey there, this is Shaheen from ShaheenMiroInsights.com, and I'm doing the weekly intuitive forecast for the upcoming week of May the 1st. So the season is carrying on. I feel like, God, the year has just gone by so quickly already. Well, I hope that you're doing well. I hope that your life is filled with so much magic and excitement, and you're really feeling a sense of discovery in your daily life. I know personally I have been very busy, which is all wonderful, all big blessings, but I also feel like doors and opportunities are opening, and that my prayers and intentions and all of my energy that I've been putting out into the universe, I feel like it's being reciprocated, and I feel like I'm seeing results in an even bigger way than usual, and I feel like that's happening for a lot of people. So this is a time where cosmically there's big energies at work, and there are ample opportunities for you to really open up to blessings and to inspiration and to abundance and new paths to explore. So if you're at a place right now where you're feeling stuck or stagnant or uninspired, it's really good to just begin putting out there the intention and the prayer that you want change, that you want a new experience, because all of that it's out there and it's waiting for you in a way that feels different than before. I know lately I've been getting a lot of questions from people on how to create abundance in their lives, how to create more money and prosperity. And what I keep getting intuitively is that in order to create money in your life, you have to stop doing what makes you feel restricted. So if you're in a job that you're not happy with and you're asking, how can I make more money? It might not be the practical answer, but the energetic answer is go do something else, because you're never going to make more doing the thing that makes you feel restricted. And likewise, in all the other areas of your life, if you are in a relationship that makes you feel restricted or constricted, and you want to know how to make it better or how to have more love and happiness, it might be that you need to change it altogether. So the message that I'm getting in that regard is not that you need to just throw your hands in the air and say, I'm done with this, I'm not doing it anymore, and make some kind of rash decision. But the message really is that sometimes the way to fix something or to have a better experience is to leave behind and go in a different direction. A lot of times we bang our heads against the wall, or we try to push on forward even though we have all of these hurdles and obstacles in our way, because something in us says, well, what if, or maybe this is the only opportunity. There's a lack mentality in that, and really there's nothing wrong with changing directions, going down a different path, and letting yourself flow into something more expansive and enriching. So that's my rant. Be good to yourself is really what it all comes down to. Be good to yourself, honor yourself, be compassionate, and listen to what makes you feel good and what doesn't. That's always the simple and clear answer. So let's look at what the week has in store, what messages we are going to get from the universe, from spirit, from our guides, all of our friends out there. See what messages they have, see what information and what suggestions. You know, I love that a lot of people look at this not just as a prediction, but also as a suggestion or as a bit of inspiration for how to work their magic, work their light. So that's what it all comes down to. So we're gonna pull 3 cards. Feeling this one? Feeling this? So the first card we have is the Six of Cups. I have a hard time seeing in here. So the Six of Cups is wonderful because it's talking about people from the past, situations from the past, connections to the past, kind of coming back up, making their way back into our lives this week. It's saying that people are going to reach out to you and connect with you in a way that could make you go back down memory lane or go back into an old experience or back into an old mindset. This can be painful or it could be positive. It depends on the person and the situation, but more importantly, it depends on your approach. Now, there's also a feeling here of peace and tranquility. So sometimes when we're presented with an old thought, an old belief, or a memory, we tend to feel like we're being sucked back into something. We're being pulled back into a place that maybe we don't necessarily want to go. But because you have the power of your perspective, you can go into that place and have any kind of experience that you want. So sometimes reviewing something from the past, sometimes playing in a memory and just being introspective can be really powerful because you start to see it from a different angle, from a different perspective. You have a certain objectivity that you didn't have when you were in the midst of it. Likewise, if someone comes back into your life from the past, you are not the same person you were when they were in your life before. So approach it from this new stance of power and this alternative perspective that you're at, and see how you can lean into that experience and learn something or release something or grow in some way. Now, the second card is the Wheel, and the Wheel is about the tides and the changes and the cycles of fate or destiny. But what I feel this as is an invitation to ride the cycle or ride the wave of change that's happening around you. And when I see this card, I'm always very aware of the four figures in the corners, which are the archangels, or your spirit circle, your guides, your guardians, your angels, your ancestors, all of the fun, wonderful people in spirit that surround you. And it's talking about, in order to really find your goodness, find your prosperity, find your abundance, you need to connect with your spirit circle, your invisible helpers. Call on spirit, call on your angels, call on your guides, call on your ancestors, but also connecting with any kind of supportive group of friends, colleagues, like-minded spiritual seekers, whatever your tribe might be, finding that group, connecting with them, and using that love, support, and attention to help yourself grow, to grow your own light, your inspiration, and your point of attraction. It's also talking about educating yourself in some way, to learn something new, to become more familiar with a technique or a modality or something that you want to use as you're moving forward in the future. The third card is Justice, and she's all about equilibrium. She's about fair use of power and persuasion. She's about keeping the balance, keeping the peace, and really looking at a situation in a very objective way. And to me, this card is talking about, as the week unfolds, as we go deep into the week and even into the weekend, there's a need for balance, there's a need for clarity and composure. She's telling you to remain objective when dealing with difficult situations or when changes are presented to you. Opportunities are going to come, possibly something with work or a project where you could be invited to do something different, to partake in a new experience, and maybe even make money or be a part of a business opportunity or something that's growing, kind of a larger entity. But she's saying approach that from a very level-headed standpoint. Don't get caught up in the hype of it, and don't get angry or too excited. Remain composed. Um, this is going to be a good card to kind of take on the energy of justice when looking at situations, because she is not letting herself get in the way. So keep that in mind. Keep that energy in mind. Keep that perspective in mind. Let that be a clear intention. All right, so those are the cards I have for you. It's going to be a good week. I can feel it. And if you have any questions or comments or anything that you would like to share with me, feel free to use the contact form or comment below. And if you would like to set up your own intuitive guidance session so we can look at your energetic forecast, what's happening in your life specifically, get in contact with me. I'm always excited to talk with you and help you in some way. Visit me at ShaheenMiroInsights.com. I'll talk to you later. Bye.